Hello everyone, welcome back to the class. On the previous class, we have completed learning different concepts on soil chapter. Hope those videos are useful to you all. Today I am going to discuss about some concepts, 2 or 3 concepts on natural vegetation chapter. Actually, this natural vegetation chapter is quite easy chapter, but there are few concepts where students face difficulties. So I took out those concepts specifically and tried to clear those concepts to you all. So first one concept is that environmental adaptation of the trees found in different forests. According to council syllabus, you have tropical evergreen forest, tropical deciduous forest, tropical desert forest, mangrove forest or the tidal forest or littoral forest, and mountain forest. These 5 types of forest you need to learn. Now several times council ask questions on the environmental adaptation. Now what is this environmental adaptation? That means, see, different forest, different trees, these are grown in different environment. Different climatic pattern, rainfall pattern, temperature pattern. Now, few areas are not receiving that much of rainfall, few areas receive heavy rainfall. So, how the trees are adapting themselves in that environment? They are constantly adapting themselves. So, they have few characteristics. As animals have some adaptations, like polar areas, they have far-bearing animal. Understood? Desert region, they have burrowing animal. And the same way, plants also have adapted themselves with the environment through several characteristics. So let us discuss one by one. The first one is the tropical evergreen forest. So here the trees which are found, those are hardwood trees. Tall, multi-layered tree species are found. Multi-layered, this term, keep this in mind, multi-layered tree species. That means undergrowth is there, dense undergrowth is there. They are the grasses, herbs, this type of creepers, climbers, these are found. Then your another tree species that is the higher than this undergrowth, that also is found in the name of shrubs. Then canopy cover is found. Then the highly elevated trees having height of about 60 feet, this type of trees are found. Now, which are the different environmental adaptations? So this region receives heavy rainfall and high temperature. Throughout the year, tremendous rainfall they receive. Then what happened? To get the sunlight in a maximum way, the trees are expanding their leaves, their broad leaves, like umbrella. As a result, what will happen? The canopy cover has been formed. The trees are expanding their leaves like umbrella in this way. And in this way, this is called a canopy cover. Canopy cover. Now, why canopy cover? To get maximum sunlight. Keep this in mind. To get the maximum sunlight, this canopy cover has been formed in this forest. This is one environmental adaptation. Now, there is a competition among the trees who will get maximum sunlight. And the trees which can extend their leaves in a broader way, canopy cover has been formed, they receive maximum sunlight. So, the tall trees receive maximum sunlight. Now sunlight cannot enter, it cannot penetrate or penetrate in a less way in the forest inside environment. As a result, what will happen? Sunlight cannot penetrate. So forest inside environment will be dark and damp. Why damp? Because so much of rainfall it receives, but sunlight cannot enter. So it's not getting dried up, not getting the scope of being dried up. As a result, it is damp in nature, humid in nature. Soil is very much clayey in nature. What will happen? It will hamper the transport system. Many poisonous insects are there, unhygienic condition is there, mosquitoes are there. So these all this thing, and one more thing, here the trees are found in mixed stand. What is this mixed stand? Another term. Mixed stand means what? Different type of tree species found in a same area. What will happen then? In search of a particular species, one has to move along. So this is the mixed stand matter. Okay. And these trees are evergreen, you all know, because they do not shed their leaves. No, wrong. They shed their leaves, but not at a particular time. As the trees are of mixed stand, they have different times of shedding their leaves. So they look evergreen. They are not shedding their leaves, not that. They are shedding, but they have different time to shed their leaves. So this is all about this tropical evergreen forest. Here one extra thing I need to say, that as the trees are found in mixed stand, transportation is quite difficult here. Hardwood trees are found, poisonous insects are there, muddy soil, transportation is very weak. Because of these reasons, commercially this forest is less exploited. Although many valuable trees are found, many valuable herbs are found, then also commercially this forest is less exploited. Okay, so this is done for tropical evergreen forest. Now tropical deciduous forest. The name deciduous itself is explaining the environmental adaptation. What is deciduous? Deciduous means the trees which are shedding their leaves during the dry periods. It can be in early summer or during winter when there is very less rainfall. Now deciduous forest, another name is monsoon forest. Now these are mostly found in the monsoon region, and India has which type of climate? Tropical monsoon climate. So most of the part of India is covered by deciduous forest. Now what is the environmental adaptation? They shed their leaves during the dry season when rainfall is very less, when there is a scarcity of water. So they are shedding their leaves, what for? So that loss of water through transpiration will be reduced, and for that they are shedding their leaves. So this is one environmental adaptation. Otherwise such big trees, so many leaves, water is needed and transpiration also will be maximum, but water storage is very less during the dry period. Rainfall is not happening. So during that time they are shedding their leaves. This is one environmental adaptation. Why they are shedding their leaves? To reduce the loss of water through transpiration. So this is for tropical deciduous forest. Now tropical desert forest. Which type of trees are found in tropical desert forest? Tropical desert forest mainly thorny vegetations, sharp type of vegetation, stunted growth. Those who are having stunted growth, this type of vegetations are found. Big trees are not found in these areas or found in a less way. Now they also have many environmental adaptation, because see, the climate is very extreme. Temperature is very high and rainfall is very less than 25 centimeter. So what will happen? They are having several environmental adaptation. Like one is they have long root system. Root growth to the greater depth. Why? To get water from the greater depth. Because rainfall is very less, so groundwater level also is very low. So to get the water, fresh water from the greater depth, the roots grown to the depth only. So long root system. This is one environmental adaptation of this forest. Number two, they have stunted growth. Stunted growth means they have a short type of growth. As a result, utilization of water also will be less. They have thick bark. They have fleshy stems. Thick bark, why? So that transpiration will be reduced. And fleshy stems, in stems they are storing water. Stems are the water storing device in case of these trees, and as a result they can use that water whenever it's required. Okay, so this is another. One more, in some plants the leaves are converted into spines. So that is also another thing, spines, so that transpiration will be reduced. So these are the environmental adaptations of the tropical desert forest. Write down this in your copy. Next is the mangrove or tidal forest. Now this tidal forest, they have a unique environmental phenomenon, you may say. They are grown in the wetland regions, swampy region, waterlogged region, because tidal forest means they are grown mainly in the deltaic zone, where which area, or coastal area, which is affected by tide, and most of the time during the high tide the area is waterlogged. What will happen if the area is waterlogged? In the soil the level of oxygen also will be very less. The root cannot absorb water from the soil itself because the soil is totally submerged. So oxygen they cannot get from soil because all the pore spaces of the soil is highly saturated by water. So air is not there. So to get the air or oxygen, the roots grown outside if it is a ground, so the roots will be grown outside above the ground, just opposite to the gravity. So what will happen during that time? And these roots are mainly absorbing oxygen from the air directly. These type of roots are called pneumatophores. Okay, one term you will get in your book, breathing roots or pneumatophore. So why breathing roots are grown? To get oxygen from the air directly. As the soil is waterlogged, they cannot get oxygen from the soil. As a result, this type of root pattern is developed in these forests, mangrove forest. So this is one environmental adaptation, that is the breathing root matter. One more environmental, so this is one breathing root or pneumatophore you may say, and one more is there. Suppose this is the tree, and like this the roots are grown and they are supporting the trees to stand on the muddy soil. See, soil is very much unstable in this region because constantly the area is being affected by tides. So soil is very much muddy and unstable. So on this unstable soil, so that the trees can grow in a straight way, this type of root system has been found. This type of root system is called stilt root system. Stilt. S-T-I-L-T. Stilt root system has been grown in this forest. So one root system I told, that is the breathing root. Purpose is different. And another one I told, that is the stilt root. That purpose is different. So two purposes are different. Keep this in mind. And this is another environmental adaptation of this forest. So if it is asked environmental adaptation, you have to be specific. Okay. All the characteristics are not environmental adaptations, but within the characteristics there are few points in your book which are indicating the environmental adaptation of the specific forest. So I tried to clear this point. Hope this video will be useful to you all. Bye.